Hi students, I welcome to all of you to this session of fluid machinery. Dear students, last class we discussed about the centrifugal pump and the velocity triangle. Also we discussed the manometric head, manometric efficiency, mechanical efficiency, overall efficiency of the centrifugal pump. And also we discussed how to calculate the discharge of a centrifugal pump and all this. So today we are going to discuss about the numerical analysis on the centrifugal pump. Okay, that means the whatever the formula and the derivation what we have done in last two classes, we are just going to solve based on the new dash derivation. Okay, so let us discuss. So problem number 19.1, you can see. First of all, go through the problem, then pause the video, then solve the problem, and if you are finding any difficulties, then see it, and if you can solve this problem, just then for that you just see the answer. Okay, so let us start. So the internal and external diameter of the impeller of a centrifugal pump are given 200 and 400 millimeter respectively. The pump is running at 1200 rpm, 1200 rpm. Then vane angle of the impeller at inlet and outlet 20 degree and 30 degree. Remember, vane angle means what? See, this is your backward curve vane. Okay, now the vane angle is given 20 degree, means your theta and phi, and the alpha is basically what? Alpha is basically guide blade angle. Okay, or the angle between the absolute velocity with respect to the horizontal component. Okay, at inlet is the alpha, and similarly in the outlet it is your phi. Sorry, beta. In outlet it is your beta. So I hope it is clear. Now this theta is given, n is given, theta is 20 degree, phi is 30 degree, vane angle at inlet and outlet, and alpha is equal to 90 degree. Why? Because it is radially entering into the system. You can see here basically the vane angle of the impeller, this is given, and the water enters the impeller radially. You can see here basically the water enters radially of the flow is constant. Okay, so the flow is constant means your velocity of flow Vf1 is equal to Vf2. Clear? So radially it is entering, that means your 90 degree, the alpha is making an angle 90 degree, and the velocity of flow is constant. That means at the inlet and outlet both the velocity of flow or vertical component is constant. Determine the work done. You have to calculate the work done by the impeller per unit weight. Now remember, last class I discussed how we can find out the work done per unit weight. 1 by G VW2 U2. So to the back calculation is needed here. G you know, VW2 you need to find out, U2 you need to find out. So U2, how we can find out U2? U2 is equal to pi d2 n by 60. Easily I can find out. Now how we can find out VW2? VW2 basically, this is your VW2. If I am changing the color, this is your VW2. Now how we can find out this VW2? See, first of all let us discuss this is your backward curve vane. Now first of all let us discuss the velocity triangle. See, the radially the water is entering. Okay, so basically what happened, if I am drawing the velocity triangle like this, this is your what? This is your theta, and this is your alpha. Alpha is equal to 90 degree, and this one is your VR1. This is your V1 is equal to VF1, and this is what? This is equal to U1. Now at the outlet you can see like this. This is your velocity triangle at the outlet. Now as it is VR1, you just put here it is your VR2, and with respect to VR2, and this is your what? VW2, and the whole distance is your U2. Now distance between VF1 or VR1 is equal to E1. So this is your VR1, this is your wait a bit, this is your VR1 and this one is your VF1. So distance between V1 and VR1 is equal to U1. Clear? Now at the outlet it should be this is your F2 and the VF2 and this VR2, this is your phi, this one is your beta. So this distance, it is your total is your VU2 and this one is your VW2. So that is, it is written here, you can see. You can see this is your VR2, this one is your V2, this is your VF2. Now the distance between VF2 and V2 is your VW2 and the distance between VR2 and V2 is equal to U2. Clear? Now this is your beta, this is your phi. Now how we can, that means to calculate the VW2, we need to know this angle beta, you need to know. Beta is not given. So, okay, so how we can calculate this VW2? So here basically this triangle I can see and this is your VW2, the up to this much. So either you have to find out this total minus, that means this is your beta, and tan beta is equal to what? This VF2 by this VW2. So VF2 you need to find out first of all. Clear? Now you know the VF1 is equal to VF2. So from this equation we can easily find out VF1 and just put the value, you will be getting the answer. So let us discuss. Here basically U1 is equal to pi d1 by 60, U2 is equal to pi d2 by 60. Clear? Now the tan theta is equal to VF1 by U1. So VF1 it is not given, U1 is given. U1 you can find out 12.5756. So here basically this is your tan theta VF1 by 12.56. Now you can find out theta, as theta is given, so VF1 you can find out easily, that is your 4.57 meter per second. Now the VF1 is equal to VF2, that is given in the question. Flow is constant. So if I put tan phi in this equation, so tan phi is equal to what? Tan phi is equal to VF2 by VW2 minus U2. U2 minus VW2. Again I am writing tan phi is equal to VF2 divided by U2 minus VW2. Can I write this? Okay, if I can write this, then VF1 is equal to VF2. So put the value of VF1 here. Phi is given, U2 is given. Can I find out VW2? Okay, so I can easily find out the VW2 from this equation. So here from this equation you can see this is your equation. So VW2 is your 17.215 meter per second. Now put the value, W is equal to VW2 U2 by G. So put the value, you will be getting this answer 44.1 Newton meter per Newton. So this is your problem number 1. So I hope it is clear. Now next problem, very easy problem. Now I am not going to discuss it anymore in details, because this is same type of problem. Centrifugal pump is to discharge this, that means that discharge is given 0.1118 meter cube per second. Speed is given 1450 rpm against a head is given, manometric head. Okay, 25. When the head is given, that is your manometric head here, you can see. And the impeller diameter is 250 mm. Okay, so impeller diameter is 250 mm. Inlet or outlet, you can see its width and its weight at outlet is your 250. That means D2 and B2 is given. Okay, so outlet it is already told that, and the outlet it is given, the manometric efficiency is 75%. You know what is manometric efficiency? Last class I discussed manometric efficiency, that is your GHM by VW2 U2. Okay, so that you know, that means manometric head by the head developed in the impeller. Okay, so that is the manometric head efficiency. Now the manometric efficiency given 75%. Determine the vane angle. Vane angle means your theta and phi. Okay, you have to calculate vane angle at the outlet periphery of the impeller. That means only phi you have to calculate. Theta you need not find out. Okay, so first of all, the vane angle at outlet, it is basically at outlet you have to find out. Now see here, you have to calculate the phi. Clear? Now discharge given, n given, a is given. Now to get phi, you know the tan phi. If I am putting tan phi is equal to what? Vf2 by u2 minus vw2. Can I write this from this triangle? From this triangle, can I write this? Now you know that Vf2 is not, it is given. Basically you have to find out Vf2, isn't it? U2 is it given? U2 you can find out, that is your pi d2 n by 60, but it is not given. You have to find out by the help of this diameter of the diameter and the your rotational speed, that is your rpm. Okay, n is given, so by the help of that you can find out easily u2. Now vw2, is it given? So again vw2 is not given, you have to find out by the help of some equation. Clear? So first of all, let me clear which are the parameter which is needed. Vf2 is needed, u2 needed, vw2 needed to find out the phi. Clear? Now you just see, these are the value, these are the given data. Based on this given data you have to see how you can calculate this your vw2. Okay, vw2, u2, vf2, how we can calculate. Now u2 is equal to pi d2 n by 60, that we know, and discharge is given pi your 0.118 meter cube per second. So we can easily find out, because discharge is equal to what? Pi d2 b2 into vf2. Okay, now the d2 is given, b2 is given, vf2 I can find out by the help of this discharge equation. So 3 meter per second. Now the manometric efficiency already I have told, it is your GHM by VW2 U2. So HM is your manometric head 25 given, VW2 you need to find out, U2 already I have got. So can I find manometric efficiency also given? So can I find out the VW2? So VW2 is your 17.23, and ultimately put the value of VF2. Okay, VF2, U2, VW2, you will be getting the answer, that is your 59.74 degree. So I hope it is clear. Now come to the last your numerical of this lecture. Here basically you need to find out the you can see discharge. So centrifugal pump delivers water against the net head 14.5 meter. Okay, head is given 14.5 meter manometric head, and the design speed is your rpm given 1000 rpm. The vane are curved back to an angle of 30 degree with the periphery. Okay, the impeller, that means the your vane angle is given, the vane angle are curved back to an angle of 30 degree with the periphery. The impeller diameter is 300 mm and the outlet width is your 50 mm. Determine the discharge of the pump if the manometric efficiency is your 95%. So again the manometric efficiency given, so phi is given 30, again 30 degree, d2 given, b2 given, manometric efficiency given. Now how we can find out discharge? Discharge is equal to, we know that pi d2 b2 vf2. So D2 is given, is yes, D2 is given, B2 is given, B2 is given. Now we have to find out VF2 because it is not given. Clear? So how we can find out this VF2? So if again I am drawing the diagram like this, so this is your what, VF2, this one is your phi, this total is your U2, this is your VW2, okay, this one is your V2 and this is your VR2. Clear? So how we can find out dV tan phi is equal to, we can write VF2, this perpendicular by base is equal to by this. So by this means your U2 minus VW2, isn't it? Now the phi is given, VF2 is not given. U2 you can find out, here it is your U2, and VW2 how you can find out? By the help of this manometric efficiency. So manometric efficiency is equal to GHM by VW2 U2. Okay, so here from this equation you can find out VW2. So put the value of VW2 here, put the value of U2 here, and you will be getting VF2 because tan phi is also given. So VF2 I can find out, so discharge I can find out. So 0.1675 is the meter cube per second, it is the answer. I hope it is clear, and this is your also assignment. Submit this assignment to my official mail, that is your dhiraj.mondol@giscollege.ac.in, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, that is your DM Study Center, and also you can share this video to your friends who are relevant to this subject, that means only the share to that student those are related to this subject. Okay, don't share this subject to any, and that means your any student who are not belong to this course. Okay, so and press the bell icon to get the notification. Okay, so thank you for listening today up to this. Jai Hind.